Hi guys, we'll see Oracle Linux installation for version 7.6. So we'll understand what is Oracle Linux, which is formerly known as Oracle Enterprise Linux or OEL. And this Linux is a distributed package and freely distributed by Oracle under license GNU since 2006, which is compiled from your RHEL source code and replacing with your Red Hat branding with Oracle. This Oracle Linux used by even Oracle Cloud and other engineering systems such as Oracle Exadata. We can download Oracle Linux from Oracle e-delivery service, which is Oracle Software Delivery Cloud, or you can also download from any other mirror sites. You can deploy and distribute without any cost. Also provides a commercial technical support by Oracle Linux support program covering Oracle Linux and existing RHL or CentOS installations, but without any certification from the former. Will it cost? No, nothing is free like CentOS and Scientific Linux, but unlike RHL, Oracle Linux allows you to do. It's free. You can download your ISO images of your binary distribution from https edelivery.oracle.com/linux or any other mirror sites. You can download and apply bug fixes to your installations from yum.oracle.com. We have given a PDF location where you can find out your price model. So Linux is absolutely free. Oracle Linux. What is Red Hat Enterprise Linux? Is a Linux distribution, collection of open source software written by variety of people widely. So software contributors like they used to distribute, they can contribute to the Linux, which includes your very large companies like Intel, IBM's, Google, Samsung, and Oracle. Even Microsoft contribute to Linux kernel to enable compatibility with Hyper-V. The important point to remember here is making up the world RHL distribution is not the property of Red Hat. It is merely an aggregation of many other people's work along with their own. Being an open source, anyone is legally entitled to take the source code of any Linux distribution, including Red Hat, and do what they want with it, including compiling it and selling support for the product. So, what you are going to get when you buy an RHL subscription? First thing, it's legally entitled to all the source code of RHL is free. You can download, you can compile it, you can create your own distribution and use it all for free. So what you're paying for? Nothing. Right to download the ISO images of binary distribution, the right to download bug fixes and apply them to all installations, right to raise bugs and get support from RH support. You're not buying a license in the conventional sense, you're buying a support subscription. So these are which you are going to buy. What's new in Oracle Linux 7.6, which is Oracle Enterprise Linux 7 Update 6? Numerous new features and improvements, including support for managing path, mount, and timer systemd unit files in the Pacemaker component, as well as the ability to track package installation upgrades using audit events. So this release also adds support for encrypting keys in trusted platform, a feature that's only available for 64-bit systems. So this release also adds support for encrypting keys in trusted platform. So which is available for 64-bit systems, support for block and object storage layouts in parallel NFS, and multi-queue input-output scheduling for SCSI. A technical preview of DAX for ext4 and XFS system is also available in Oracle Enterprise Linux 7, which will be learning about these ext4, XFS, and other file systems. So for ARC64 systems, this release enables DT trace and ports the DT trace code in the unbreakable Linux file. Oracle noted that this will continue to support BTRFS file system in Oracle Linux. So still it supports BTRFS. So let's go for installation and about administration. So we'll see how to install your Oracle Linux 7.6. Press enter to begin your installation process. It's checking your fragment count. You can use escape to cancel that. Welcome to Oracle Linux 7.6. We'll choose the language English. Continue. Click on see installation summary. Click on date and time. You can see, you can select your region and city. Once done, click on done. Click on software selection. Hope already selected with the language support, so we'll go with the software selection. Choose server with graphical user interface. Add add-ons as per required environment. Virtualization tools, compatibility libraries, development tools, security tools, system administration tools. These are the add-ons required for our environment with a server with graphical user interface. Click on done. Click on network. Switch on Ethernet card connected. Enter hostname lab19c.unidaglobal.com. Apply. You can see your current hostname was changed. Apply. The IP address got affected. Click on done. Installation destination. We need to configure our manual configuration partitioning. Manual partitions. Click I will configure partitioning. Click on done. So let's create a new mount points. Choose the standard partition. Click on plus button. Enter the mount point you are going to have. Root mount point, root partition, primary partition, 15 GB approximately. Add the mount point. Change the file system to ext4. The format should be ext4 format. Let's go with ext4. Temp partition /tmp around 5 GB approximately. Add the mount point. Change the file system to ext4. Add one more mount point. Swap, which is double the RAM size, is a virtual memory 8096. Add mount point. The file system shows its swap. User 1 mount point for the Oracle binaries to install. 15 GB approximately. Add the mount point. File system change it to ext4. Have one more mount point. Aura data. To store your data files with 15 GB. Add mount point. 64-bit ext4. Softwares. Mount point 15 GB ext4. /archives mount point 5 GB ext4. Aura backup 15 GB. Add the mount point. Change the file system to ext4. Verify once again what all the file system you have created with the required size. Accept the changes. Verify once again. Begin the installation. Click on. Started creating the partitions. Go with changing the password for root password. Root user administrator. Give the complex password. It shows weak if you give a weak password. So change it to complex. And confirm the password as well. Enter the complex password. It's loading all the packages from ISO file. Out of 1455, 49 got loaded. So the packages left over is being loaded. You need to monitor and wait till it complete. Oracle Linux supports around 145 countries, 29 languages, and 24/7 coverage. So it's very secure. And Oracle Linux is formerly known as Oracle Enterprise Linux, now known as Oracle Linux. This Oracle Linux is built from source code of your Red Hat Linux. So the source code of your Red Hat Linux, Oracle built this. So free of cost from edelivery.oracle.com. You can download from edelivery.oracle.com. This is 7.6 and we have even latest 8.1 recently released by Oracle Linux. We'll see that one of the video. We'll publish the video for even 8.1. And this is always free to use, free to download, and free to update always. Oracle Linux. It's installing your Linux firmware around 4.7.488, now 4.95.07. How big is your RAM? That much it's supposed to for fast performance. It's been configured with 4 GB RAM right now. It's good to go with 8 GB RAM for faster performance. Will be loaded very fast. The binaries get loaded very fast. So better go with 8 GB RAM. Ensure your laptop supports for 16 GB or 32 GB. Don't forget your root password. Please save it somewhere, note it down so that Left over 300 packages. $200 more. So performing post-installation setup tasks. So once the setup task completes, it's taking time. performing installing bootloader. So click on reboot. It's completed. It's now successfully installed and ready for use. So click on reboot. Go ahead. Accept the license agreement. Click on license information. Check the box. I accept the license agreement. So click on done. So click finish configuration. Once finished the configuration, uh, it will verify the language, typing language, English. Choose next. Location services, you can opt it, either you can ignore. Next, time zone, choose the time zone where you have installed, Kolkata, India. Go next. Skip the online accounts connecting. Enter your username and password, full name and username. For example, OL7 I have entered as a user, and set the password for the user OL7, the complex password. You can see the passwords do not match. Done with this. You can see options once loaded the desktop. You can change the wallpaper, you can launch your applications, you can change your date and time zone. Close this window. So done with your installation. You can right click and open your terminal to work on your Unix commands or to get install your database. You can verify your partitions, dffnh, host name, verify your host name, what was configured as per installation. So verify size used, available, percentage. So thanks a lot. Please subscribe this video. You'll receive a lot of other upgraded skills videos. We are going to publish few more. Thank you. So we'll see a few Oracle Linux commands. So Oracle Linux 7.6 administration. We'll have a clear picture administration in the next video. You can subscribe our channel and you can get more about your Oracle Linux 7.6 administration commands. The full picture will be loaded soonly. The complete administration, Oracle Linux. So how to change your host name in your Oracle Linux 7.6? We have a command hostname ctl. You can get the status using hostname ctl and the status, as well as hostname ctl. You can set your host name, you can give your name of your host. So with the hostname command, we can change your host name without editing your host file under etc folder. So this will help you to change your host name. And about your network interfaces, so every physical and virtual network device, every physical and virtual network device has an associated configuration file. So that configuration file on your Linux system is named with ifcfg interface. So For physical and virtual network device with the named IFCFG interface, you can find out in your file under etc sysconfig network scripts directory. You can see the output here. You can go to the directory cd and you can list your file names em1, em2 and elbow. All the interfaces where we have three interfaces em1, em2, elbow, Ethernet card 1, Ethernet card 2 and loopback. All the interfaces prefixed with IFCFG and those configuration files for each network interface you can find under above this directory. You can edit, you can change your configuration settings of that interface. You can find your information from that file of your physical either virtual device. We have a command called nmcli. This command will display the state of your physical network interfaces. How many interfaces where we have three, right? In the previous window, we can see there are three interfaces. These three interfaces, we can find out your status whether connected or unmanaged. The type of network interface and the device name. nmcli command will help you to find out your devices. So your network administrator can configure, network administrator will configure on your Linux administration. Part of Linux administration, a system engineer can configure, a DBA can configure, a DBA can identify the status. Before reaching a network administrator, we can find out your status on your server. A few commands to be known by a DBA as well as system administrator, a part of network to identify the state of your status of every device of your network interfaces. So this nmcli will help you out. IP address, this is known thing. ifconfig is a command where you want to display the status. You want to display the status of every interface, loopback address, or either Ethernet 1, Ethernet 2, using IP addr show, IP space addr space show. It will display all the statuses of your IPs. You can see your first one loopback, second one EM1, and this is for debugging purpose or for system tuning. So IP will help you to find out the status of your interface. So as a command line, we can enter in the prompt from the open terminal, putty terminal, connect to your server. You can check your IP address and will display all the status of your all active interfaces. All active interfaces. Next slide. Restart your network service. Of course, you have did some changes in your etc sysconfig network scripts. This is the file under etc folder, a sysconfig folder. Under that network scripts, you have an interfaces. We have did a change in your interface, either loopback address, either Ethernet 1 or Ethernet 2. The change in a network interface file, network interface configuration file will not affect immediately. It need a network restart, either system reboot. We can't go for system reboot for just a configuration file change for a network. We can avoid system reboot and go for network restart. So network restart, you can restart use the command systemctl restart network. systemctl space restart space network. So this is an example to restart your network. You can find out your status systemctl status network as well. So ensure what changes you have did, ensure you have a snap of your change before, so that something went wrong you can replace back. So you can have a best backup plan for that. Even file systems, so different file systems where we create a mount points in your Linux file system. So in your Oracle Linux, large number of local file systems are supported. We can see the list here: BTRFS, ext3, ext4, OCFS2, VFAT, XFS. Once again, BTRFS, ext3, ext4, OCFS2, VFAT, XFS. Few are known people, but still we'll see what are these file systems, how it helps us, each and each. But we should know whether your system is supporting or not, which type of file systems are being supported. Of course you have installed Oracle Linux 6, of course you have installed Oracle Linux 8 or 4, but you should know, right, whether it's supporting or not. To verify whether it's supporting or not, we can use ls command. ls space /bin /mkfs dot star. ls space /bin /mkfs dot star. You can see all your file systems which are being supported on current system: BTRFS, ext2, ext3, ext4, ext4 dev, VFAT, XFS, MS-DOS, CRAMFS. So whatever server you are running on, working on, you can verify the file system is getting supported before you're creating a mount point, assigning a file system type. Until unless are listed, never assign a file system, never try to assign a file system while creating a mount point. Let's see about your BTRFS file system. Supports copy on write file system. Copy on write is one of the type of file system where it can expand the scalability. If you have a large storage subsystem, you can expand, you can use for expand. And it supports snapshots and rollback capability. It supports snapshots and rollback capability. Checksum for your data integrity, transparent compression, and integrated logical volume management. So rollback is also capable in this file system. You can have a number of snapshots for your integrity, data integrity. And also you can have a compression. You can also have compression, and this file system supports up to 50 terabyte. So 50 terabyte is being stored on your file system if the file system mount point is created with the BTRFS. Let's go with ext4, and this supports the same 50 terabyte as well. And it supports pre-allocation, delayed allocation, and faster file system checking. and more robust in terms of journaling and other enhancements. So this ext4 now, the latest even, it supports your contiguous physical blocks, which are extents, which we use in Oracle, right? Yeah. It's a faster file system checking. The file system being checked very faster. The next OCFS2. OCFS2 file system is a cluster file system. As a standalone or a non-cluster file system, can be used. Highly performance, intended to use for highly performance and high availability purpose, can be used for shared disk file system. So we used in 10G normally. Now from 11G we have ASM. ASM is the automatic storage management which we are currently being used, but earlier we have OCFS2 which can be used, and it supports only up to 16 terabytes, which is very lesser than ext4 and PTRFS. So OCFS2 is the second version. 2 means version 2. So it's a high performance file system. VFAT file system, also known as FAT32. This is developed for MS-DOS. We have seen in Windows as well, and doesn't support any journaling. Will not have same as other file system features in your VFAT. And you can use the data exchange between Microsoft and Oracle Linux systems. So you can use this file system, and it supports not more than 2 gigabytes. The maximum file system size is 2 gigabytes. It's very less, and we never see nowadays VFAT. And in case only in terms of exchanging the data from Windows to Linux, we can use VFAT. Moreover, XFS introduces high performance journaling file system and high scalability with a high file system bandwidth. 500 terabytes it can support. 16 terabytes and 500 terabytes. So the file system XFS nowadays we can use. It supports high scalability and journaling, and even when the file system spans many storage devices. So thank you all. You can reach us www.unirac.in. Visit our website. Please subscribe our channel, and once again thank you all. Hope you enjoyed.